Hello everyone, welcome back to another video. This daylight savings is throwing me off. It's 5:20 and it's basically dark outside. But we're here at Taco Bell today because they brought back a couple different items from different decades. So we ordered 4 of them. There's only 4 of them. So we're gonna head on in, pick them up, go home and try them. As I said when we were in the car, Taco Bell has brought back one food item from the last 4 decades. So we have an item from the 60s, 70s, 80s, and 90s. From the 60s, we have a tostada. The 70s, we have a green sauce burrito. The 80s, we have a Mexi Melt. In the 90s, a Gordita Supreme. So I say let's start with the 60s and work our way up. First up, we have a tostada. It's beans, lettuce, red sauce, and cheese. So fairly simple. All right, I guess I'll pick it up and try to eat it. I don't know how you eat it. I eat a tostada with a fork. I'm kind of weird like that. Ooh, that's some good red sauce. I mean, it's not bad. It's not great. It does give 60s vibes. Like, I feel like that's probably something that we would eat in the 60s. We'll bring back our rating scale. So, Taco Bell, fast food items, out of 10, I'd give that like a 5. I personally I don't like tostadas with no meat. Beans are fine, but I prefer to have some ground beef or something on it. I think it would be better with a little sour cream, but if it's nostalgic and that's the way they served it in the 60s, that's part of this too, so I can't be too harsh on it, but I'm still gonna give it a 5. Next item is the green burrito, which has already made a mess. It looks interesting. So the green burrito is from the 70s. It has beans, onions, green sauce, and cheese. This does not look appetizing the way it's all. I'm gonna cut it in half, actually. I like to see the cross section of my food before I eat it. Okay, you can see the bean, obviously. You can kind of see some green sauce and some cheese. I don't see any onions. I also feel like there's just not a lot in here. But it was only like $2, so. That actually makes the beans taste good. But I don't taste much of the green sauce. So I don't know. Surprisingly, I might give that a 6, one step above the tostada. It actually has decent flavor. It's not as weird as some other bean burritos you can buy at Taco Bell, but I couldn't tell you why. They definitely did not put onions in here though, and I think onions would have made a big difference and maybe even bumped it to a 7. But it's all right. Next item is from the 80s, and it's called a Mexi Melt. Pretty simple. It's seasoned ground beef, cheese, and pico. So let's give it a try. Okay, this was about $3 at my location. It actually has a good bit of meat in there compared to some other items you can get. I just wish I had more cheese. Give me more cheese. Honestly though, I think I'm gonna rate it a 6, about the same as the bean burrito was. It's just nothing amazing, nothing spectacular. I think like a little sour cream or some creamy jalapeno sauce would really elevate it. You can obviously add those on top of it, but I wanted to try it as is from the decades themselves. The last item is from the 90s, and it's a Gordita Supreme. So it's seasoned beef, 3 cheese blend, sour cream, lettuce, and tomato. So almost just a regular Gordita, kind of. I don't know. I don't know how I feel about this. It's basically your Chalupa Supreme, just without the fried shell. So I guess it would just be a Gordita. But it's not as bad as I thought it was going to be. It's actually fairly decent. That one, I think I'll rate a 7.5. I would definitely get it again. Maybe a little more lettuce. Like, if you look at it, the sour cream's in one spot. And maybe a little more lettuce. But it's actually pretty good. I think I just really like the Gordita shells and how they I don't even know what they taste like. They taste good. At my location, these prices were pretty exact. Tostada was $2.20. Green burrito was $2.50. Mexi Melt and Gordita Supreme were $3. So it came out to about $10.20 total, which was not too bad. All right, so our winner is the Gordita Supreme. I'll probably eat most of that right now, even though we're gonna have dinner here shortly. Everything else was okay, not terrible, but not great. So we had the 5 on the tostada, the 6 on the burrito and the Mexi Melt, and then a 7.5 on the Gordita Supreme. I'm pretty happy with those ratings. Let me know down below if you've tried any of these items, whether it's past in the actual decade or now as their rebooted, brought back from the dead decade. And let me know what you thought, which one you liked better. Thank you all for experiencing Taco Bell decade items with me. I hope you'll stick around and experience more.